So in the early 80s, Reverend Moss came forward and asked me, well, could you write a song for Obon? Obon is one of these moments in the Japanese community that people of all generations come together. There had never been a song in English about Obon. This was a way of my learning about Japanese tradition, which I wasn't really brought up in. And then also artistically to begin to feel more freedom about creating in this circle form. Something magical happens in that circle. I think that's the magnet that keeps people coming to Obon. They want that moment. They can just be themselves and just feel connected to their community, be connected to their own identity, their own history. People talk about solidarity. People talk about unity. But how do you feel it? It's like a big hug. Like, how can I express my love for people? Dance with them.
Welcome back to Japanese America. It is July 2026, and we are stepping directly into our annual Obon Special. But this year, we are talking about a massive, beautiful revolution of the traditional circle.
That's right. That voice you just heard belongs to the absolute icon, Nobuko Miyamoto. Back in the early 1980s, Reverend Masao Kodani, right here in Little Tokyo, asked her to write the very first English-language Obon song, which completely opened up the festival to a whole new generation.
Now, you might be wondering where these incredible audio clips are coming from today. We are pulling these moments from the fantastic new documentary, Nobuko Miyamoto, A Song in Movement, which is a brilliant co-production between the Japanese American National Museum and PBS.
It's an amazing film that captures her incredible life and legacy. But before we dive into how that single song grew into Fandango Obon, the legendary LA festival that fuses Japanese Obon, Mexican Fandango, and African drum traditions.
Obon is a huge part of growing up Japanese American. What is your absolute best, most vivid Obon memory from childhood? And be honest, when you go to the festivals today, do you actually get out there and dance?
To be honest with you, my family did not go to Obon. So it wasn't until I became an adult that I went to Obon. So I don't have any childhood memories. And in terms of dancing, I do not dance. What I always tell—
Oh, you don't?
No, I tell my son, gangsters don't dance. So that's what I don't dance. What about you? What do you have memories from Obon in your childhood?
Yes, So I grew up in Japan, and we used to go to Obon dance nearby elementary school. And after, when you enter the entrance, they give you a little ticket for an ice cream bar on the way out. And walking home eating that ice cream bar is my memory. Like I love that. Because usually Japanese parents don't let you walk and eat.
Really?
But yeah, that's rude. That's bad manner.
Oh.
Walk and, eat and walk? No. But that's like one of the only time that my mom let me eat and walk. The ice cream bar and, walking home. I love that.
So wait, when Japanese people come to America and they see all these people walking around eating, do they freak out about that? Or do they just say Americans are rude anyway?
Maybe not in 21st century,
Okay.
but like when I was growing up, that was like, no, like you don't do that. Only Americans do that.
Well, what about you? Do you dance? Do you get out there and dance when you go to Obon?
Yeah, we used to dance and we in a circle, and it was so much fun. You don't have to know the movement. You just copy whatever people are doing on a stage, and so that's great.
Do your kids dance at Obon, or do they not do that?
No, my kids don't dance.
Yeah, it was funny. Actually, the first time that when I first started working at the museum, it was kind of the first time I really had a Japanese American experience. And I remember just being like shocked because the volunteers, the older volunteers, would always just break out into Obon dance, even not during Obon season. Like they would do it during, and I was like, wow, they're always line dancing. I have no idea what's going on.
So were they in line or were they in a
circle? They'd be in a circle. Yeah, and then they just start dancing, and I'm like, what's going on? And I had to ask somebody because like my mom didn't do any of that kind of stuff. So.
And it's like it's always the basic, like papangapan and go backward, forward, go no papangapan and you go forward and then backward, forward, backward, so you don't go too fast. And then there's the song "Shiawase wa aruite konai."
Well, why don't your kids dance?
Because I don't take them to Obon. No.
What kind of parent are you?
To
be fair,
what about you? Well, maybe we are gangster. We don't dance.
No, when we go to Obon now, we're there exclusively just to grab food and to play and become games and then go home. We're not there to do any cultural stuff. Maybe watch a couple performances or something, but I'm trying not to stay there that long.
So you don't, because the dance don't start till it gets dark.
Yes, exactly. That's way too long. I'm already home and resting.
Well, you should try this year. Maybe you're not gonna be too much of a gangster this year and dance.
I think to be honest with you, thinking back to my childhood, the only way I would have ever danced was if I liked a girl and she was there at the same time and I had to dance with them. But other than that, I don't imagine I would have ever got up and danced. But
but the dance with a girl or a boy, it's not like Western dance that you don't hold your,
Of course,
hands.
But what I mean is that I would have only had to dance because somebody else was dancing and I wanted to be next to them. Not that I would be like slow dancing or anything, but I can't just stand there if that person's dancing. So I'd have to like do something.
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't imagine. I just, maybe I'm too.
But first of all, you gotta get an outfit, yukata.
Yeah.
And maybe you get in a mood.
Maybe.
Yeah. Whether you dance every single song or just enjoy the energy, there is no denying the power of that space. Let's head back to our conversation with Nobuko, where she describes how she first had to absorb the tradition to create that very first English Obon song.
Because Nobuko wasn't raised deeply immersed in traditional Japanese music, finding the right sound meant she had to act as a medium for a lot of different musical styles.
It came about by my absorbing or being a medium for other people. Mas fed to me all this different kind of Indian music and Buddhist music and folk music, and eventually it just came to me how it should sound.
She brought those sounds straight into the community, leading to a long legacy of teaching classes and preparing generations of dancers to step onto the floor.
This is where I taught many dance classes.
Many performances were prepared here.
Yeah.
But as Nobuko dug deeper into the history of Obon in America, she realized that this dance wasn't just a joyful summer celebration. It was a profound act of survival and resilience.
During World War II, when Japanese Americans were forced out of their homes and into concentration camps, they fought to keep the summer tradition alive behind barbed wire.
The community has created a system to sustain this tradition. This tradition was also done in camp. I now look at it and say, well, that was an act of resistance. When it was against the laws of the concentration camps, people came together to dance in a circle in the dust behind barbed wire.
Reclaiming that circle meant everything to the post-war community. Nobuko realized that the physical structure of moving together in a circle holds a unique kind of magnetism.
Something magical happens in that circle. I think that's the magnet that keeps people coming to Obon. They want that moment. They can just be themselves and just feel connected to their community, be connected to their own identity, their own history.
Decades later, that exact same circle became a bridge to other communities in Los Angeles. When Nobuko attended a Mexican Fandango workshop, she realized that the participatory circle completely mirrored the spirit of Obon.
The form looked very similar to me. I said, I wonder what would happen if we combined Fandango with Obon.
That single idea completely transformed the cultural landscape of LA, bringing multi-ethnic communities together to share ancestral music, taiko drums, and dance. Musician Quetzal Flores remembers the moment it all came full circle for him.
Nobuko came to a Fandango workshop, saw the circle, and was like, oh, this is like Obon. What I started seeing in that space was all these people from the movement back in the day, all these Japanese American folks that my parents used to kick it with. So exciting because it was like full circle for me.
And the beauty of this collaboration is that it didn't just stop at a performance. It became a collective process of healing and finding joy amidst the struggle of everyday life.
We've never had a process to heal. We've never just sat back and really collectively engaged in healing practices.
Amid the struggle, we have to find moments of rupture and beauty and joy.
It is just so incredible to see a crowd in happy coats dancing right alongside musicians playing West African drums and son haracho music. It really embodies what LA is all about. But Koji, looking at the footage, how did it feel seeing the journey from the 1980s to today?
When I was watching the documentary, it made me really happy. I mean, when I think of what America is supposed to be, this is what I think it is. It's kind of, all a mix of different cultures. It's a mix of people celebrating their culture, like not ignoring their culture, but celebrating it and joining with other people. It reminds me of when my son was younger. And we'd have a taco guy come out and cook. And then and then I'd also we'd be cooking chicken teriyaki on the grill. And it just feels very, this is what we're supposed to be doing as a country, which is because we're a country of immigrants, and that we celebrate and we honor and we kind of have fun. So I think when I watch that kind of, when I watch this journey that Nobuko went through, I'm really touched by it all. What about you?
In 2026, people get offended when somebody dressed up as in different culture and stuff, like racial appropriation. Why people don't get, why can't people relax a little bit and share and experience different culture and have fun? I really like that.
I think there's different kinds of that. I mean, I think before a lot of it was racial stereotypes. Geisha, for example. That's kind of but if you're just wearing a hobby coat, or
but some people get super upset, oh, why is he wearing that outfit? Or relax, enjoy. I don't know, why can't you share the experience and have fun?
And I think a lot of it also is where the person who's wearing it, where they're coming from. If they're coming from a place, I think of, I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to experience, I want to gain knowledge, then I think it's fine. But when it comes from a place of Asians are exotic prostitutes.
I know. But even geishas are not prostitute. And people just
I know
have different idea, or people translate it in a different way in their head. But I don't know.
But when Americans think of geisha, they think of prostitutes.
Yeah, but they are not prostitutes.
I know, but that's what they think. You can say it a million times, but it's still.
Yeah, this is too sad. when certain words come to America, it just get translated in a different way.
Did you have any other thoughts when you were watching the documentary?
I really like that you mix together with the African beats and then Japanese dance and then Mexicans doing the Mexican dances. But like FandangObon, I should what's Fandango? Because when I hear Fandango, I think of AOL. No, is that AOL music phone? No, a movie phone. AOL movie phone. Fandango.
Let's see. Oh, it's a vibrant community-focused celebration of music and dance rooted in the coastal state of Veracruz.
Oh.
It centers around Son Harako, right? Or Haracho, a lively musical style where musicians play traditional instruments and dancers perform a rhythmic percussion footwork called zapatero on a wooden platform called tarima. It's a kind of a party. Community ritual, cultural expression. I mean, it's kind of sounds like a lot like Obon.
Yeah.
Except minus the dead part, but
no. Obon is the dead part too.
No. That's what I mean. No. The Fandango doesn't have that element to it.
Yeah. In Japan, during the Obon season, there are cucumbers and eggplants with the toothpicks. They make it look like an animal, and they are placed by the front gate of the house because the dead spirit rides those animals and come back to you.
That's crazy.
I know. But you don't see that in city, but you still see those in the countryside. Eggplant, nasu, and kyuri with the toothpicks to make it look like an animal.
Was your family, your family was Christian though, right?
Yeah, my parents are Christians, but in Japan.
But they still do Obon?
Well, Obon is a party. You gotta go. And besides, being a Japanese, when you are born, you are taken to, not my family, but usually in average Japanese people, when they are born, they are going to Shinto shrine to get, good luck splashed over them. And then they would celebrate Christmas and they would celebrate Obon. And when you get married, people want to have Christian wedding, but when you die, you want to have the Buddhist funeral. That's us, Japanese. For our listeners who want to experience this story visually, where can people actually go to see this film?
You can actually stream the full film, Nobuko Miyamoto, A Song in Movement, right now on PBS. We will have the direct link to the video on PBS in our show notes, so you can watch it easily.
Definitely go check out the film. But Koji, before we wrap things up completely and say goodbye, I have one last question for you. Nobuko talks about the dance circle being like a giant hug, an ultimate expression of love for our community. So looking forward into this summer's festival season, who do you think our ancestors are looking down and judging more out there on the hot asphalt? And more importantly, who do you think is the better dancer between me and you?
My ancestors are judging me because I don't dance, but I'm going to say that you're a better dancer than me. I mean, I don't even dance. So what do you think? I mean, I assume you think me too.
Well, I been to many baseball games. I'm sure you've been to baseball games too, but I've been to many baseball games as a Japanese person, and I learned the Q-tip move and the bus drivers and chicken dance. I could do any dances.
Wait. Where are you talking about? Japanese baseball games or American baseball games?
No, American. Yeah, you go to AAA games, and it's all about chicken dancing, doing Q-tips.
What?
Have you ever seen anybody doing Q-tips?
I've never seen anybody do a Q-tip song. So
what? Well, bus driver.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm more American than you are.
Well, I repeat, gangsters don't dance. That's why. That's part of the issue.
A massive thank you to Nobuko Miyamoto, Quetzal Flores, Martha Gonzalez, and everyone keeping the spirit of FandangObon thriving across Southern California.
Obon season is officially here. Get your Uchiwa fan ready, find a local temple, and don't just watch from the sidelines. Get out there and step into the circle.
We'll see you out there on the dance floor.
Not me. But don't go too far after festival season ends, because next time on Japanese America, we're diving into one of the most monumental chapters in our community's history, the fight for Japanese American redress.
We are going to look at the grassroots organizing, the intense political battles, and the profound legacy of the Civil Liberties Act of 1988. It's a story of trauma, justice, and what it truly means to hold a nation accountable. You won't want to miss it.
Alrighty. Can't wait. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Dance with them.